did an interview with me in Cape Breton, and also Tony Doucette this morning with CBC Radio. So, and also I think we had on Windsor, they ran an article, if you want to see a little bit more about this. Anyway, the Blue Nose is 100 years old today at 9 o'clock in the morning, so we just passed it. But if you don't know what the Blue Nose is, it's the ship that you see on the dime. It's the icon of our province of Nova Scotia. So anyway, we're going to get a chance to unveil it. I think people are probably putting me on hold a little bit so that, you know, we give you a chance right now to take a minute or two if you want and zip a message off to your friends, and let's see if we can get I'm sorry. Go on. Anyway, so yeah, zip a message off to your friends, because we're going to unveil this painting right now. That becomes, I think it's an iconic painting, especially for myself, because I like it so much. The reason I would laugh at this because Colleen, earlier we were doing a test on this, and she was fixing my hair and got on camera with it. So she's over there fixing her own hair, and I thought she was hinting that mine wasn't looking okay. There's nothing that will make my hair look okay. It's just horrible. So anyway, at the end of this, we're going to have a question and answer period. So, you know, if you want, you can chitter chatter all you want with us, and there is a bit of a delay in the system. This is a brand new system. If we have problems, I apologize right now. But we will get a chance to answer your questions if you have any questions. People that know us already, they're, I think 5 or 6 of the press proofs are already sold. So I'll show you all of that stuff in a minute. And I don't know if it's time that we should be doing this. I think it probably is.
Do you need help?
Actually, could I get you to, yeah, I just want to get Colleen over here, because it'd be nothing worse than taking an original painting, pulling the cloth off of it and having it fall forward. You can come this side.
Over here? Okay.
Yeah, so anyway. So we're ready to go, I think. And you ready? You all framed up nice?
Framed up nice.
Here we go. This is the Blue Nose Legacy. Original oil painting by Ron Suchiu. There we go.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you, Colin. We did it safely. Go ahead, walk right in front of everybody.
That's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, the painting is, this painting is actually already sold, and as I'm talking about it, I'm going to let Kelsey kind of wander around it, because we found the only thing that was happening online, we did realize that it becomes pixelated at times. Hopefully our new equipment here is going to correct some of that. Definitely our cameras are much higher resolution. We do have 2 high resolution cameras. So the nice story happened because of this, and if you recall, just going back a week or so, or 2 weeks ago when I was painting the painting, the man, I won't mention any names in here, I just don't think it's necessary, I really wouldn't want to anyhow, but the man that bought the original, this is already sold, although the other pieces we still have, but the original painting got sold because, as a real good customer of ours, every year for 10 years has been sailing all over the world with his best friend, and it was for 10 years. They went everywhere. They went to the Bahamas one year, and they would go here and there, and they would, you know, rent these big catamarans, the 55-footers and stuff. And they really have obviously almost like heavenly trips. Those would be blissful for me. Anyway, as we were painting, he found out that his best friend died. His best friend actually bought a boat this year, never even got a chance to step onto his own boat or sail it. So anyway, this painting is going to be dedicated to him. I'm going to write a note on the back for his friend. Anyway, the Blue Nose is a very important piece. It was actually it was a fishing ship off of the, it would have been fishing on the Great Banks just off of Newfoundland and Halifax, and it actually brought in the record set. It set a record of the largest load of fish that ever brought back by a schooner on the East Coast. And then it went on to win the Fisherman's Cup, which I believe, I'm not too sure about that, but I think it became the America's Cup afterwards, or maybe it was just canceled, I don't know, but anyway, it was never beaten. Somehow we found online that it was, and I just heard the historian this morning from the Lunenburg factory that that owns a store, and they definitely, it was not beaten in the race. So, anyway,
I think that,
go ahead.
I think it could be because I guess they had to win 2 out of 3 races or something like that, and one of them one time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it won. Am I
Oh,
right?
so
Oh, yeah, I saw
there
it.
was 3 races in the regatta.
Yeah, in a row.
Okay,
And then there
yeah,
was
so that's
something
a
like
regatta, yeah.
17 after that, or
Okay.
something crazy.
Yeah.
Do we have an almond? Because we've got this beautiful, what is that?
Okay, so Colleen's really gonna throw us off today. We got the hair going now, we got a bird at the window.
But the bird was so beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
What has a red tail and a yellow breast?
I don't know, whatever that was.
Get it on camera.
So anyway, before we lose y'all, anyway, today, as far as the Unveiling goes, we're really doing well. Actually, the Blue Nose has done very well for us, and somebody asked me, is it a charity? And this is one of the rare charities. This is Feed the Starving Artist charity, so that you know, we always extend our work to charities. We never stop doing charity work, but I'm not going to fool anybody. This is actually a piece that this is our COVID surviving the art business thing. It's not that we're hurting, and it's certainly with the press proofs going the way they are, the artist proofs and the print sales already on this piece have been very strong. So anyway, today you got up until 11:59 today to buy, and we're giving you $50 off the packages that I'm going to show you right now. And we have a lot of our best customers want us to try and bend the policies, and I'm going to just say, please don't ask us to. I'm trying to put policies in that I stick with and my staff stick with and everything else. So there won't be any changing from now on when we do offer $50 discounts. You know what? It's $50 today until 11:59, and tomorrow goes up in price. So anyway, so let's go over to camera number 1. We get 2 cameras here.
And we're very excited
Camera
about
number
it.
1, and then Kelsey's going to move these things around a little bit. We're going to start over on this side. This side.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll get better at this as we go. This is actually one of, I know Colleen and Bob Salt always pick when we get a maritime piece of art. This frame is always going to be picked because it's got a rope on it, and it really does look maritime. It's a nice flat black frame. The print is out of 350 units, only 350, not 650 like our normal ones are usually around 650. And then if you order the frame from us, the print in the frame, you're going to have a small piece of this is actually the hull planking of the Blue Nose 2. So if you saw or listened to the radio shows this morning, one thing we'd like to do at Suchiu Art is you've had celebrity signatures, but I actually believe in these. I like these pieces the best because not only do you have something that's depicting a piece of Canadian history, you actually have a piece of Canadian history. So in all of these pieces we're going to show you right now, you do get a piece of the Blue Nose 2. Now, it would be really nice to have the Blue Nose piece in there, but it was lost off of Haiti, and it was destroyed in a typhoon or hurricane or whatever, and not one wooden piece survived. Actually, they never did find a piece of it because it was on a reef and it got washed away through the storm. So these are the prints. The prints are 14 by 14 inches. You see there, I think you get a good reference of it. I'm going to bring this one up just with me for a second. Are you okay with that, Kels?
Perfect.
Yeah. And that brings it up to show you how big it is, because it frames up to be a really, really nice size. And the other one on the other side, which we're going to jump over to the third one over in a second. These are the same size, they're 14 by 14 inch prints, but they end up to be around 20 to 21 inches frame. And that's the piece of the Blue Nose too. Right? Now we're going to go right over to this one over here. I like that word here. Everybody knows here is my favorite word.
Yeah.
anyway, this is the next frame. I'm gonna bring that up with me, is that okay?
Yeah.
And this one is actually quite nice because it has a bit of a driftwoody look to it. It's very sharp, and some of the driftwood frames get a little too rough for me, but this one has actually got a real nice clean look to it. And again, that comes with the piece of wood from the BLUENOSE too. Nice piece of treasure, you know. The signatures, like I said, celebrity signatures are good and everything and nice, but actually you're getting a signature right from the ship itself this way.
Yep.
Now these are the special ones. So we're going to jump from the signed and number print right through to the press proof. So we went from the lower price one. They're all the same print. They're all done on the same paper. They're all the same quality exactly. These ones go a little bit larger. These are 16 by 16, and they're going to be in the artist proof and the press proof. They will be in the larger size. Now this one here has a really neat frame on it. Colleen selected this, she found it in our selection here. If you saw the piece of the BLUENOSE that we have, it's actually, you know, it's pretty rough because it's, you know, been painted several times. And this frame actually really does represent the look of what the surface of the hull of the ship looks like, which is really kind of nice. And in the press proofs, we've got, this is 2021, and we have a 100-year-old dime. And the reason it's a 100-year-old dime is for the celebration of the BLUENOSE anniversary. It's a 1921 dime from Canada, and that dime does not have, like all of our other dimes today, they have the BLUENOSE on the dime. This one does not, and the dimes did not receive the BLUENOSE until 1937. So this one here is a 1921, celebrating the day of the launch of the BLUENOSE. The one in the press proof and the press proof only comes with the 1937 dime. The 1937 dime is the very first dime that has the BLUENOSE on it. And because of that, it is probably close to the rarest and hardest to find Canadian dime. I know Colleen and Bob, there are shoppers. They love to shop. So, you know, I can't handle that kind of stuff. So when we need something, they get on. We get the little sales or the buying force go out there, and they're out there for months. And
We're on auction sites, we're all over.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And they ended up finding 10 of these rare dimes, and they are rare. They range from, like, I know we paid anywhere from $40 to $80 for these dimes, and a dime to be selling for that kind of money is a lot.
What is it usually worth? 10 cents?
Well, even in a normal collectible, it's probably $2 to $5.
You're right.
These ones have gone really crazy, and
Absolutely.
they're worth a lot of money. So you got a really rare one here. There's only 10 of them. That's why we have 10 press proofs, and they only found 10 of them. And then again, you have the piece of dime. So you have a 1921, a 100-year-old dime, and then you have the 1937, the first year that the BLUENOSE was on the dime, and you also have a piece of the BLUENOSE too. Now that happens only in the press proof. And I mean to ask Colleen, because if I say something wrong today, I'm going to be in trouble. Does the artist proof come with a fillet? I just stumped her.
I don't think it does.
Okay, I didn't think so either. So yeah. So anyway, the artist proof being lesser money, and I'll go through the price of these in a minute. But that one does not have the wooden fillet inside, and it also doesn't have. I keep on talking about these 10 dimes because there is only 10. The BLUENOSE, this BLUENOSE piece, as an artist proof, comes with a piece of wood and the 100-year-old dime. It still has a dime, but it doesn't have the 1937. So going through the prices of these, we'll start back on these guys. The two signed and numbered pieces are, the regular retail is $395. They're all archival framing, they're museum quality paper, everything about it is nothing shy of what we say Suchiu art should be. I will never actually produce a print that's substandard. And those pieces are normally $3.95. So until 11:59 or 12 o'clock tonight or whatever, you get a chance to buy those at $345, and they're doing quite well. And also, you could call in if you want. If your special number is available, which a lot of people like to do, I could name some off, and well, I'll name me off. My number's 33, so I've already got my 33 book put aside. And if you have a special number that we can look through our registers, if we could find it, then this way, okay. If we could find your special number, we'll register it into your name. And then, so that's that. And then the artist proof, which is this one, the larger one, less the fillet, less the dime. Okay. And these are actually a beautiful linen mat. Colleen really got smart on this one. She chose a linen which looks like it would look like an older ship sail. It would be what the older ships would have had a sail. So actually this matches beautifully, and it has a texture, and it is actually real linen. So that one as an artist proof is $5.95. Normal today is $5.45, and there are 35 of them, I think.
Yes,
I should, actually,
yes,
they got it written down
yes.
over here for me.
There's
Yeah,
35
of those.
artist proofs, yes.
So Colleen's shopping right now, that's why.
No,
Anyway.
Yes.
And so $5.95, you got a dime, you got the piece of the ship, and a beautiful frame. The frame doesn't change for the artist proof and the press proofs have these beautiful frame. And $5.95, but today until 11:59 or whatever is $50 off.
Yeah.
And the press proof being the press proof there's only 10. I find artist proofs seem to be, if you're into it for collecting and investing, artist proofs being that mid-range price seems to be the ones that get bought up and resold faster. They seem to hit the second market faster. Press proofs are probably the ultimate if you're thinking that you fall in love with something, but you also like to know what the investment, if it's a strong investment. Press proofs are only 10, so you know darn well that ultimately that's going to be the ultimate investment. But at the same time, we don't see them hit the second market very often. So, the APs, if investing is any of interest to you, the AP is the way to go. And actually, I'll just throw this in as Bob Zarb always did, which he was really good with, is if somebody did like to have the piece, but they also wanted to invest, he always would say buy two. And I chuckled the first time I heard him do this, but I mean, it's a genius little move, because he said, buy two, wait till they sell out, and sell that for double the price, and you just got your piece for free. And sure enough, over the years, he's proved me to be like, what are you doing with these people? But it is actually true that it can happen that way.
Can I just mention about that I really wanted it to look like the canvas.
Yes.
It's linen, but it's got that texture to it, and I was really happy with
Like
that
the
texture.
sails at the
Yeah.
Right?
Well, in the canvas, it's funny because when I paint on.
I didn't mean canvas, your canvas.
No,
I
I
meant the
understand.
canvas of the sails, sorry. Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is I paint on ship sail canvas. That's what it's called. And what else? Yeah, it is. Well, it is ship sail canvas. And it comes in linen and cotton.
Oh.
And it is still a ship sail canvas.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of jumping in on that. But yeah, it is exactly the same texture as the canvas.
I love it.
So, yeah. And so why don't we just do a little question and answer thing if you want. I want you to, if you could for us, Kelsey's come in and she's our new marketing director. She's doing a phenomenal job. As a matter of fact, we got compliments. Almost every time I talk to somebody, we're being complimented on the continuity and the style of the new marketing that she's doing for us. And even yesterday I had a man from Alberta, he says, wow, he was pretty impressed with that. Well, I think we're actually just starting to bring maybe our marketing component up to the quality that we always wanted for Suchiu art.
That's what the goal is.
What's that?
That's what the goal is.
So I had somebody email me and ask me,
Okay.
is it the exact replica? Like, did they use the blueprints of the?
Oh, for the BLUENOSE 2?
Yes.
Yeah, the BLUENOSE 2 is absolutely identical. That's why they don't call it. I heard it even this morning, the woman from the East Coast said the replica, and it's not meant to be a replica. It's called the daughter. It's
Okay.
a daughtership. And that daughtership meaning that it's an exact clone of the mother, right? So yes, and yeah, it is identical. The only difference you'll see on the two ships is BLUENOSE is all, the name is all exactly the same, but you'll see the two eyes, capital I's, that represent the Roman numeral 2 behind the BLUENOSE 2. And that's all my first painting. So if you have the BLUENOSE 2, this is my sequel, which is bringing the real one, or the original one in.
And do you know what year the second one was built?
No, I don't. I think it was
Okay.
in the 60s, I believe. I don't know. I know it was about 10 or 12 years ago when they did the restoration, and that's where this wood came from. You'll see online, and on the certificate we put on the back of these, we will actually have a picture for you of the original, or of the BLUENOSE 2 being refurbished or restored, and that you'll see where they got the piece of wood from this. So, and one thing I always forget to do is I want you to subscribe to our channel, and please like us and comment, and feel free to comment. We do get back to you. And you know, even if you want to write me a little note, I'm always at Suchiu@suchiu.com. I look at those quite often. And please share because Kelsey will run this, and it'll go on and be stored on Facebook, so you can actually share this with people. But it's a great time to do this. And do we have any other questions? Or?
Well, I was just gonna say, I almost feel like this is the best look that people are getting of the painting for the first time.
Yeah.
Being able to zoom in, so I do see like comments coming in about the detail and stuff.
Good. Yeah, you know what, and I will apologize because, you know, when we're doing these live online, Colleen just pulled up, it was 1963 for the original.
For the BLUENOSE
Yeah,
2.
for the BLUENOSE 2.
Oh yeah, Alan Bassett did it too.
Yeah. So
Oh, good.
anyway, and when it came to the BLUENOSE 2, we've had people come in. As a matter of fact, the man who bought the painting, it's shocking to see it. And it's always, you know what, a painting will always, if it's a good painting, it's going to wow you. I've noticed even with this one is it's actually been even stronger that way, that people were, all, you know, really wow. You know, like when you don't get small wows. We had an interior designer in here just yesterday, and he was just like, he was blown away by
Really?
this.
Well, that's neat to hear.
Yeah. So, and so the camera systems that we're using, and please let us know if there's lag and stuff like that. We're going to keep on working at this because we've been online since 1996, believe it or not. 1996.
They were one of the first people to have an online store.
Yeah, and we could never figure out how to get it to the point where you understand what my paintings look like in real life, and that's our goal right now. Is everything we're trying to do is to bring it right up to the high Suchiu standard that I would do with my painting itself. Now, how do I actually demonstrate and show to you what it really looks like? So.
I just have a neat piece of information about this. They said that when it was built by many of the same people who had worked on the original vessel,
Oh, that's cool.
and at the same shipyard in Lunenburg.
Oh, that's cool. So, you know, if you want, call us today. We've actually had calls all morning, too. And our phone number here is 519-776-5767. You get a chance to talk to Colleen direct, and she'll walk you through everything and take care of you. And I'm going to be getting ready to see, look at how fast
That was pretty fast.
But anyway, I have some ideas of, we're going to actually come up with a new series, a Canadiana series, and that will come in the future. I just threw that in there to throw you off a bit, I guess. And then we're going to keep on doing these online things because they've been a lot of fun. They make me nervous, but they're a lot of fun. You know, you don't put an artist in front of a whole 1,000 people and expect that I don't get nervous, but the more we do this, I think the more we're starting to enjoy it. So anyway, call in if you got any questions.
Yeah.
We'll get through this right now. It won't take any more of your time. We're going to close it off. Happy 100th birthday, Blue Nose. And Colleen's pointing at something here. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
thanks. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Sorry.
boy.
awesome.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for joining.
Okay,
No,
I'll
just
leave now.
kidding. Please share it with your especially your maritime people, your boater friends and stuff like that. And watch for us for the online stuff. We're going to do some really wild stuff with that, and hopefully these cameras are going to help us out a lot. Anyway, take care. We miss you. We miss Ron Stock. Hopefully it's going to happen later on this year. We're going to try our best if it's possible. Until then, just give us a phone call and buy a Blue Nose for yourself. Take care.